we here with it? We should be good, hopefully. Let's see. Alright, we're chilling now. We're good. We're good. Alright. Took a second. Ooh. Alright, we should be good. Grady Emerson. Yeah. I think it's gonna be interesting #1 pick, but I would not be surprised though. I think that's the most obvious spot for Grady Emerson. Where is trying to get this draft set up? This is the first time ever streaming on YouTube, so that should be interesting. But draft starts in 7 minutes. Alright, this isn't even. I might have to get this on my iPad since I thought YouTube TV was gonna have it, but it doesn't look like it, so I gotta go. Ooh. Grab the old iPad. Alright, there we go. I really thought this was going to be on YouTube TV. That's why I'm actually kind of confused. It said NBC, but I guess that's not part of it. Alright. I feel like my mock draft's going to be terrible, but we'll see. MLB Draft's always hard to predict. Awesome Yankees. There you go. Thank you for subbing. What pick do they got? Let me see the draft order too. Actually, no, it's fine. Let me look up the full draft order again. Yeah, I'm gonna try and find that real quick. Yankees, they actually don't got a pick until 35, it looks like. Because they don't have a prospect promotion incentive, and then they pick at 35 because they had a 10 pick penalty on their first pick since they had the, it looks like, second surcharge threshold of the competitive balance tax. The Braves, honestly, it could be more pitching. I think they might be one of the ones to sign a like just high upside high school pitcher. So like I could see a Logan Schmidt. For like college bets, definitely like I could see Gio Rojas getting to the Braves as well for high school pitchers, and then probably also where's he at? Not where's he? Where I don't know, but for college bets, I don't know for sure. You could maybe see AJ Gracia. I really like Chris a lot, Chris Hesopian, but I don't know, his defense probably isn't high enough to get him as a top 10 pick unless they kind of want to maybe underslot him, but I doubt that would go through. Yeah, the Diamondbacks. I think Diamondbacks in the both mock drafts I did, they're gonna get Jared Grindlinger. He's a two-way guy, but I think he's got more upside as a pitcher. But you never know. He's a guy that reclassed though to this draft class, so he's a high school senior, but he's also like only 17 years old. Yeah, Braves getting Scooble. I mean, I really want Scooble as a Cubs fan, but I think everybody wants him. We'll just have to see who gives up the most. Yeah, Yankees third base. I mean, there could be the best part about the MLB draft, in my opinion, is like guys fall and also the strategies of overslot and underslot. So I think there's a lot of potential, just like good prep guys falling there, or even the college guys. Like you really never know. Like Ace Reese, I think is gonna be a top 20 pick, but if he isn't top 20, he could easily just fall down a little bit to 35 there, and the Yankees could take him, or Bo Lawrence, good high upside power guy, third baseman. He's 6'5". Um, yeah, that's the best part. What makes the MLB draft super entertaining. Yeah, Condon. Yeah, I like Condon a lot. Obviously, like easiest profile just from a tool standpoint is like he also a high energy guy too. Is PCA, but that's easier said than done. But he's definitely an exciting prep guy, and he really could go early, maybe in the top 15 picks. I'm just really interested to see where Justin LeBron goes too, because obviously he's got a ton of tools. He just did not hit well enough for him to be a like a sure top five pick like people thought he was going to be. Yeah, Cam has been phenomenal. Yeah, Braves would be a good fit. It's just gonna be interesting to see how much teams are gonna give up for him at the deadline. Also, I feel like Cameron Flukie, he's gonna be interesting because he's actually in the transfer portal right now, so he's a little bit of leverage he can use if teams don't want to pay him enough. But I feel like he's gonna just end up he won't go back to college, but he is in the portal though, so that's like an option for him if make teams pay him what he wants. I had Sawyer Stroh like being like a top 10 pick, just more of a like that was a reach. I think weird stuff happens all the time. I don't really just like go in just very basic since obviously that's just a little bit boring, but also stuff happens, so we'll have to see. Like I think Jacob Lombard's probably the second best prep guy I'd take, but Eric Booth could just go before him. And I think yeah, I think that top obviously I think the top three is pretty secure though with, Grady, Rock, and then Vaughn. their draft order. Yeah, it definitely takes a few years for all these guys to begin their minor league, well, major league careers because they spend at least 2 to 3 years in the minors, even for those college guys. But the prep guys can really honestly spend 4 years, and that's not even that bad of a thing because they make their debut by the time they're 22. They got drafted at 18. That's not a terrible timeline. Yeah, they can trade picks now, but it's only I believe it's only like competitive balance picks. It's you can't like trade anything in the top 25 or like the normal surefire first round picks, and you can't trade prospect promotion picks. But I think you're starting to be allowed to trade like some competitive balance, or maybe you can trade this prospect promotion incentive picks. But that is a thing now that is being allowed. But I definitely don't think it's going to be ever end up like you can trade any pick you want though. I think it's just like extra picks. I forget if I'm allowed to play audio. I might like think I'm just gonna because I'm watching on my iPad. I thought I was gonna be able to see it on YouTube TV, but I'm pretty sure I guess NBC. Well, then obviously Peacock isn't on YouTube TV, but I thought NBC was. And then I'm not a huge fan of what they've done with the schedule for the draft today because I'm pretty sure it's like the top 10 picks is gonna take an hour and a half. Actually, let me look that up. Like I was just not a fan with what they did for that MLB draft schedule. Like they were just really elongating it. Yeah, it's so they're gonna go through rounds 1 through 4 today, so picks 1 through 135, but it's gonna take like super long. And then tomorrow's like rounds 5 through. Yeah, here it is. So 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. is the first 10 picks. So they're really stretching out those first 10 picks. And then 2:30 to 4:30 is gonna be round one in the comp round, so picks 11 through 40. So at least that's a little bit better, but honestly, that's still kind of crazy. And then tonight, 4:30 to 7:45 is rounds 2 through 4. So then that'll be picks 41 through 135. And then tomorrow at 11:30 to 11:30 a.m. going through 7:30 p.m. is rounds 5 through 20. I'll probably just do the stream for today though. I probably won't do rounds 5 through 20. I can do like a recap video. I'm kind of been thinking about what I want to do for that, but I probably will only stream. Maybe it would just be these top like the to 4:30. I don't know if I want to stream through tonight because I'm actually trying to watch those World Cup games. So and also the McGregor fight tonight. So I'm probably just gonna stream these picks 1 through 40. So that'll be till like around 4:30 p.m. It says on their schedule. Wonder how long it's gonna take for them to make the first pick. They always drag stuff out. That's what's been nice about the World Cup. They really just start on time. Even the last game, it was only like 8 minutes after the what time it said it was gonna start. Versus like this stuff, it takes so long to get going. I still think it's gonna be Rock number one though, because they just want guys who can probably get closer to the majors faster than Grady Emerson. Let me get Twitter going, ready to go for this. All right, so they haven't even said the pick is going yet. It's 105. I really hope the Cubs get Mason Edwards though. I'd be happy with that. Or really just any high upside pitcher, or just like any pitcher. I've seen in most mock stuff, like Baseball American stuff, they have them getting some college bets, which I do understand, but also just with how many pitchers are hurt this year and just the future of it, I think it would be awesome to get a pitcher. I just hope a guy like Liam Peterson would fall, Cameron Flukie, and then that'd be a huge win for the first round at least. Or can they get this draft going? I mean, they say they're gonna spend a whole hour on what is it? Yeah, 1 p.m. to 2:30 is the top 10 picks. That's kind of nuts. Hmm. Yeah, I guess if Rock doesn't go number one, he could slide down to four, which would be a great get for the Giants. Let me see if this draft is like not. Here's the order. If you guys aren't familiar, this is the first I guess MLB draft's a little bit confusing even for somebody like me who's followed it like a ton. One of the picks just are weird, but this is like normal picks, and then we have prospect promotion. So Hunter Brown finishing top three in Cy Young. Uh, Actually, I guess this is a penalty, just like the Yankees got hit with as well. Some of these are 10 pick penalties, and then the Braves got one for Drake Baldwin winning Rookie of the Year in the NL, which I think is a great thing. I think this is a really good thing that MLB has done. And then yeah, second round here. Yeah, so it looks like their original first rounder fell all the way down here. They draft so well though. Oh yeah, and I forgot. Yeah, then you get the ones where they like pick, but they weren't able to sign the top guys. These Angels are. He's at UCLA right now, so they gave him their pick back. Oh, Cubs got one here. Oh, the Kyle Tucker. We'll actually take that. Sweet. That should be good. Yeah, draft strategies are always very interesting for them. Will be though. When is this like update to the teams though? Oh wait, is it this? No, it's like the same thing. All right. All right. Let's see who Baseball America had the Cubs drafted in their last mock. They're still not even they're still talking about like the pre-draft stuff. I don't know why it's taking so long for them to start. They're just dragging it out. Yeah, this one has the Baseball America's last mock draft had the Cubs taking Daniel Jackson from Georgia, which I mean it's always like I'm never too critical about like picks in the MLB draft because like they need to develop. And you don't really just draft these guys expecting them to play in the majors. So unless it's like a very odd pick, but even then the strategy, like I use like it's really hard for me to be critical of any picks just off on draft night. Yeah, but this mock draft actually is fluky going all the way to the Brewers at 25. So I'd really, if that actually happened, I really want the Cubs to take him instead of Daniel Jackson. I definitely want pitching. That's the main thing. Unless somehow some great position player falls. All right, they got the mascots at the draft site just dancing. They still haven't started anything. I think they're going to commercial break. Should have started this draft like the stream at like 110. Still not even going. That's kind of nuts. Golly. So, oh yeah, I just saw it. Okay, so the tweet for the first 10 picks, it's 9 minutes per pick. And then the picks 11 through 40 is 4 minutes. Picks 41 through 135 are 2 minutes. And then day two, it's just a minute. All right, this first pick has to be made before like 120, right? Like, there's just no way. Because if it is 9 minutes per pick, then that's just nuts. And then I got a video coming out at 3 p.m. So that should be deeper. That should be actually after the first 10 picks are done. So you guys probably pop out the stream and watch that. It's top 10 prospects that like just like more highly rated guys that I value that I'm investing in. Austin Ehrlicher, isn't he? Bro, isn't that dude like in the Brave system or something? Right, is that? That's a rant. No, Red Sox. Uh, I mean, he's not doing good this year. A 6.94 ERA, but he has been good in the past. But he's currently hurt right now. But he isn't high though, so still got some time. But he was really good last year. Just off to a slow start this year, and he's hurt. All right, come on, start the draft. Yeah, that 20, they're showing the 2024 draft class right now, like those first 10 picks, and it's just so insane. Like, all those guys are amazing prospects. And then Condon still needs to make his debut. Hagen Smith already has. Christian Moore did early. He was actually one of the first guys. And Connor Griffin, obviously. And then Seeker King still needs to make his debut, too. Okay, oh my goodness. They're just dragging this out. They're still, like, just at the table talking. So it looks like the first pick's not happening until 1:30 then. Because if it's 9 minutes per pick, I mean, this is kind of nuts. Anything about the video idea? I'll probably just do like reacting to the every first round pick. Unfortunately, these guys aren't going to get their cards, their Bowman cards, till the winter and the draft product at the earliest, and not even all of them will be in it. PCA winning MVP. I mean, Otani obviously they said he was hurt, he scratched him, but he had a home run last night. I hmm, I really hope. I mean, it's been crazy what he's doing, but for him to win MVP, either Otani would be hurt or he somehow just breaks down pitching. But then PCA is going to need like a 40-40 year for to be in the MVP running, along with Otani like taking a step back pitching. He's well, if he, yeah, because he's would have to out hit Otani, which he's like tied with right now. Like it's very similar. But I think your friend's a smart guy though. He probably got that bet at great value. Smart friend of yours though. I mean, it depends when he placed the bet, but not bad value. Yeah, Otani's just too good though. It would really just take Otani have not playing. But definitely it's PC's MVP to win though once Otani, retires. We'll have to see. He'll be up there. Yeah, definitely betting on Otani injury. But PCA, once Otani gets too old, I mean, he's not like near that point yet, but this PCA is only his second full season in the majors. Or it says third. Is he? The Orioles, honestly, I think it's either Lombard or Eric Booth Jr. That's the most likely guys. I'm probably leaning. It's more likely they take Eric Booth Jr. at 7, which would be a great pick. I think it's either going to be one of those like the second best prep guys, depending if Lombard goes 4 or because the crazy part is if Rock falls, like he could fall to 4. Just we'll have to see. But if Rock falls to 4, then that means because I see the Giants taking either Lombard or Eric Booth Jr. So that could throw it off if Rock falls. But I definitely think it's gonna be Eric Booth Jr. though, or Lombard. It's more of like a 60-40% chance. But I definitely think it's gonna be a prep guy. That's the best part about the draft. That really anything can happen, but that's just most likely who I think they're gonna go with. Yeah, it's actually nuts what PCA is doing this year though. Yeah, it's his third like full season this year, so he'll. I don't really have too many hot takes for this draft though. I was kind of thinking of some stuff, but my mock draft was not heavy prep. It was only maybe like 7 or 8 prep guys, just simply because I don't know. I feel like it's super hard to project what teams actually like the prep guys, and even though the first round's probably gonna have a ton of high schoolers get drafted, but I feel like it's just so hard to predict those. Only prep guy I think would be maybe shocking, like that could be in the top 10 to be Jared Grindlinger. Well, outside the big guys like Grady Emerson, Lombard, Eric Booth, Gio Rojas. I think a guy that could sneak in the top 10 or even top 8 would be Jared Grindlinger, though. It's like the Royals, or I think that could be a spot. The Royals or Braves. And still no start on the draft. So it really looks like it's going to be at 1:30 it starts. Just TV schedules are the worst. Like they say, it starts at 1, but it just does not. And they're just on the draft. They're just going over some of the profiles of some of these guys, but I mean, oh, they're showing the Giants draft room. They got 5 picks today. That's good. The Giants have the fourth pick, 29th pick, 55th. I missed the last 2, but it's a lot of good. It's a lot of picks. And I think their budget's one of the like top 8 budgets that they have available for pool money. Pirates also have 5 picks. Oh wait, am I tripping? I guess on average you're gonna have 4 picks today. Yeah, maybe I'm just. Yeah, the Royals have 5 picks today as well. I think Royals have to go pitching. 1:30 Eastern. Because they said the coverage will like this thing started on Peacock or NBC at 1 p.m. Eastern, but like there's been nothing for 20 minutes. They're just kind of talking to. Yeah, first pick should be at 1:30 is my guess right now because it sounds like the time in between picks is going to be like 9 minutes for the first 10 picks because they have it scheduled 1 to 2:30. They're going to announce picks 1 through 10. So yeah, my best guess would be the first pick, or at least they start the process of the draft at 1:30. It's kind of ridiculous though, because they advertised as 1 p.m. And even though I was expecting maybe it takes like 5 to 10 minutes to get the draft going, but now it's 21 minutes in. I know they need their views and like whatever engagement or just retention, people waiting to just more view time. But I mean, it's kind of nuts. I still think it's Rock though. If you for anybody new in the stream, I'm still thinking Rock's gonna be the number one pick. But if it's not Rock, I could honestly see the next spot for Rock getting picked to the Giants at 4. Another commercial break. Like they're already like 3 commercial breaks into the draft, and they haven't even, like we're still not at the part where they start the draft. I really wonder where Justin LeBron's gonna end up though. He's also he did not hit well enough. Like the whole second part of his season. Yeah, the Giants. That'd be huge for the Giants if they could get Rock. Like, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Holiday. It sucks that he's hurt right now because he was really starting to pick things up. He had like 9 home runs in 33 games in low A this year, but he had to get surgery on his, I believe it was UCL, or maybe it was his back. I forget. Yeah, but definitely. I also thought it was gonna be Holiday last year too. That's the best. That's why I love the MLB draft though, because I mean, not only is there the whole strategy changes with like signing guys over slot or under slot, so you can really make things unpredictable. Like just because you're drafted fourth overall doesn't really mean they kind of values the fourth best player in the draft. It's more about strategy. They're trying to get a solid guy at 4, but then they also want to pay more for like a prep guy, either later in the first round or like sometime in the second round. That's why I like the MLB draft a ton. Is Jackson Holiday staying healthy in MLB? Now that he's just brought up Ethan Holiday. Curious about Jackson. 709 OPS. I mean, he's still only 22. Yeah, he's active. Yeah, 709 OPS. His career average is 228. Hmm. All right, they're talking more about the number one overall pick, but we'll see here. It's still only 124. I can't believe Von Lackey wasn't a Golden Spike finalist. Well, yeah, I'm pretty like it was just Daniel Jackson, Rock, and some I forget. Or let me just look it up. Golden Spikes finalists. So I'm pretty sure Von Lackey somehow wasn't. Yeah, it was Daniel Jackson, Rock Chalowski, Landon Hairston. I don't know how Von Lackey was not. And then Daniel Jackson won the Golden Spikes. Which I'm not saying is like unfair, but like because he had a crazy offensive year. But wait, what? Where's okay? So Von Lackey was like one of the 15 semifinalists. It looks like. Is this dude? Uh, yeah, I think he just had the. He's obviously season last year was pretty crazy at UCLA, but them losing in their regional, I mean, just nuts. I mean, like Von Lackey had like obviously a better year, and the competition is just like way easier in the Big Ten. There's only like three good schools in the Big Ten, or like great schools. It's not like a terrible baseball conference, but it's not like anywhere close to any of these SEC guys in the competition there. Let's see here. Yeah, Mason Edwards was a semifinalist. I hope the Cubs can get him. I mean, this draft needs to get started. This is pretty crazy. I mean, I like kind of expected this, but like 30 minutes to get the draft started, like this is just nuts. I mean, let me see the rest of this Baseball America mock draft. Yeah, this one has the Giants getting Eric Booth Jr. and then Lombard. Oh, this one has Lombard to the Royals. That'd be interesting. Daniel Jackson. Oh, Commissioner Rob Manfred's coming out finally. It looks like we're finally gonna get started here right about at 1:30. It's 1:28, and they just went to commercial when he was walking out. So, oh man, but it looks like it's finally gonna get started though. Thankfully, there should be the first pick announcement here within the next 5 minutes. And they just cut to commercial. I don't know if like he was supposed to talk and start the draft, and they went to commercial, but waiting on commercials right now. I'd be kind of shocked if the Cubs go a prep guy though, unless one of those top prep guys falls. I definitely think it's gonna be college. Hopefully pitching. It sucks for the high school lefty Brody Bumila that has like a little bit of an injury issue because he was gonna be like I had him like top 10. I had him going to the Rockies in my first mock draft. Then the injury news came out. Also, he had like some bad last starts of his high school season, but yeah. So that's definitely gonna be interesting to see if a team just waits on him or he falls entirely and just goes to where's he where's he committed? Let me look that up. Where is he committed? I think I want to say Texas, but that's probably not even right. No, it is Texas. Yep, he's committed to Texas. All right, here we go. Looks like we're almost back to the draft. Never mind. Oh, it's like an opening video, it looks like now. I forgot they're doing the draft in Philly. It's about time though. It took 31 minutes to get like the draft remotely even started. Sure, they're gonna make us wait like another 5 minutes for that first pick to be announced. But once that happens, things should get rolling. Ooh, this is a long video. I just hope some crazy stuff happens in that top three, or at least top 10 picks of the draft. Just makes stuff super entertaining. All right, come on, they're showing the skyline. Here we go. It's actually, yeah, it looks like my prediction about 130 was wrong. They still haven't even got it there. All right, now it's like they're showing off the crowd. Out here, all right, so what was they showed Manfred walking out to the podium, but now there's just nobody at the podium and they're just back to this draft table. This is actually the biggest like reach I've seen from like draft coverage. It's 33 minutes into coverage and they haven't even announced the draft starting yet. This is unreal. I'd just be shocked if this is a consistent thing for next year because why is it taking so long? Okay, now they're replaying Rod Manfred's opening, like, so I guess that's what was going on during commercial. He came out and talked, and now they're showing it on the broadcast. It sounds like they didn't boo him. Wait, MLB Pipeline has Peyton Bond's power tool as a 40? It's kind of weird. Let's see here. He's Rob Manfred's still talking. I have like it on my iPad. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio on it, but all right, here we go. They just started it. They turn it to the White Sox, so they have like 9 minutes. Finally, only took 36 minutes, but they're on the clock. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Passan. I need to turn his notifications off. I'm not going to spoil the pick, but yeah, I need to mute Jeff Passan and ESPN because they just spoiled the pick. Of course, I had to look at my phone. That's just awful. Yeah, Passan. Okay, how do I even get the notification then? If which account do I Passan? This one. Thank you, Jeff Passan. I love when the insiders just spoil picks. Today's a crazy day for sports. You got two World Cup games. Wimbledon just got done with the women's final. Of course, you're welcome. Always loved the MLB Draft and just thought I should stream it. Half the people in the replies on Jeff Passan spoiling it or hating on him spoiling it, and then also some people didn't even know the draft was today. All right, is the draft tracker gonna at least be on now? Let's see. Draft tracker. There we go. Finally. I don't know why it just couldn't have started off like this. But here we go. This is way more entertaining to look at, or just better. And also, you can see the approximate pick value too. But here's a better look at the draft order. All right, looks like commercial breaks back, and they have people out there. I think they're about to announce the pick. Harold Baines and Danny Goodwin. Oh, Goodwin didn't sign. Wait, how do you not sign as the number one overall pick? The pick is in. Well, yeah, Twitter already Jeff Passan already spoiled it. He tweeted it out, just like all the insiders do. But Good thing I turned his notifications off going forward. God, it's 41 minutes, and the pick has still not been announced. Like at the draft, this is crazy. Oh, here he comes. Rob Manfred's out. Oh, you can see it on the stream too. Brock Chalewski. But I was right. I mean, not like it was that crazy of a prediction. He was kind of the consensus guy for the most part, even though some people thought Grady Emerson or Von Lackey. But checks out. And that's not a great feeling. He's actually 3 days younger than me. Did not even realize that. Hey, Rockchowski, #1 though. White Sox got their guy. And they're showing his high school football highlights. Now, I would probably guess that Grady Emerson's next up. But this is where things could be shook up, though, depending if they go with Von Lackey here or Grady Emerson. I did not know it was pronounced. I would be shocked if Rock is actually pronounced Chalewski or Rob Manfred just did a terrible job announcing his name. I thought it was Chalowski, and I feel like everybody else has been saying Chalowski. We'll see how long it takes for him to make the majors for the White Sox. Rays are on the clock. So UCLA first pick since Garrett Cole in 2011. It's pretty neat. Pick is in for the Rays. Pick is in. I feel like it's got to be Grady Emerson. I wouldn't be that shocked if it's Von Lackey, though. Let's see here. Yep, Dansby Swanson. Cubby was one of the last college shortstop drafted first overall. Yeah, the race farm's gonna get even better with this pick here. It's nuts. They've had a great year for their farm. The pick's been in, but it still says they're on the clock with a minute to go at the draft site. They're talking about Carson Williams being the future shortstop. Oh, there's the pick on the with Grady Emerson. I don't know if my Peacock's behind or this website's fast, but Grady Emerson. So 2 for 2 right now. Grady Emerson. That's a good pick. I was about to say that they're on the broadcast. They're just talking about Carson Williams, even though he has not been good and he has too many whiff issues. Grady Emerson, great pick. So I feel like Twins got to go Von Lackey here. There's no doubt. The best pure hitter in the class, they say. Oh yeah, looks like Rob Manfred just completely butchered Chalowski's like name. That's nuts. How are you the commissioner? You can't even pronounce the dude's name right. That's just nuts. Twins are on the clock. They got 3.5 minutes. At least it's going faster now. I just can't wait to get through this pick. Or this, I mean, I definitely think they go Von Lackey here. But I guess they could change things up here now. Player comps Jackson Holiday for Grady Emerson. It's just got to be Von Lackey here. Oh, they got Rock on the broadcast now, interviewing. So we found out a couple hours before the draft. All right, the pick is in for the Twins. I'd be shocked if it's not Von Lackey though. Oops. Two-time Big Ten Player of the Year, Rochelowski.
The number one pick in 2026 MLB Draft. Congratulations from all of us. We can't wait to see you in the big leagues soon, okay, bud? I appreciate you guys. There you have Rochelowski. Less than a minute. D-Row, is it obvious that the Minnesota Twins need to go Von Lackey? Is it obvious? I think it's obvious.
Yep, 38 seconds until they announce the pick for the Twins.
I was interested. The Rays passed on Buster Posey and took Tim Beckham a bunch of years ago. I thought they were going to pull the okey-doke right there. Minnesota will not pass up on Von Lackey.
Yeah, there's no way they pass up on Von Lackey. The pick is in. There's just no way they pass up on Von Lackey, though, right? Yep, there it is. Von Lackey. So I'm 3 for 3. This is now these next picks are when the draft gets very interesting. I thought the top 3 was pretty set in stone like this. Either was this is what my top 3 was.
With the third pick of the 2026 MLB Draft, Minnesota Twins select Von Lackey, a catcher from Georgia Tech. The San Francisco Giants have the next pick.
The Giants. I wonder what they got. I mean, I believe in my last mock I have Jacob Lombard going here. I also think it could be Eric Booth Jr. But I think it's definitely going to be one of the prep guys. Or we could see the first pitcher off the board here, like Jackson Flora. JT Realmuto comparison. Can hit 20 home runs. Elite glove. I'm going to be right back for take a minute.
That's a great catcher. Last time Minnesota Twins took a catcher in the first round, some guy named Joe Mauer, 2001. Worked out. Hey, Pirates, they've been striking gold with their first round picks.
All right, there we go. Really wonder what the Giants are going to do here. Oh, commercial break. I guess let me pull up my mock draft and take a peep. So I'm 3 for 3 right now. But that's the easiest part, obviously, is the top of the draft. I have Jacob Lombard to the Giants as that next pick in my mock draft. All right, where? I wish the draft was way faster. I hear you. I think they're back to the draft stream. This is where the draft's finally gonna maybe be shocking. Yeah, pitcher. Yeah, I feel like the only thing about pitchers is like when you draft this high, it's like the upside of some of these prep guys or just position players in general is just extremely high that it's more valuable to take them. But I definitely agree though. Like taking a pitcher would not be a bad idea either. All right, here comes the Giants pick. Oh, well, I wasn't paying attention to my screen, but Jackson Flora. So I did not have that in my mock, but so I mean, that's not that shocking. I definitely thought it was either, I mean, other than him and Lombard and Eric Booth Jr., I thought it could have been Jackson Flora. I had Jackson Flora going the pick after to the Pirates in my last mock draft I did. So now that's going to be interesting. This opens things up for the Pirates. You know, they can get the second best prep guy, or in their eyes, in the class. Or they could go like Derek Curiel. Haven't talked about him yet, but they could go Derek Curiel. Uh, I mean, there's a lot of options here now. But I think that's a good pick for the Giants, though. Taking a very good pitcher. I mean, pitcher of the year, it's definitely a good idea. Can't go wrong taking the first pitcher or the best pitcher in the draft class. Looks like his slider's already way better than MLB average. And they're giving him Andrew Painter comparison for the comparison there to another player. Andrew Painter, one of the top pitching prospects, or was one of the top pitching prospects as of late in the past few years. Pirates on the clock though. My next prediction for this pick. I mean, I said Derek Curiel. I don't fully believe that. I think they might go Eric Booth Jr. here. This is definitely where things are going to be harder to predict. Pick is in for the Pirates, but still, I think they just automatically wait till the timer runs down. So it says pick is in, but there's still like 3 minutes. Yeah, they're showing the best available prospects, and it's Lombard, Eric Booth Jr., Drew Burns, Gio Rojas, uh, Justin LeBron, Tyler Bell. I don't know where Justin LeBron's really going to end up. It's going to be interesting. Yep, another 2 minutes and 17 seconds until the Pirates announce their pick. So they said they're going. So in 30 more minutes, they should be through the top 10 picks. At least that's what they said on schedule. Yeah, Mizorowski. Yeah, 60th pick. But that's the thing about the MLB draft is I feel like some people overlook the fact, like, if you're a top 60 pick or even the top 100 pick in the draft, like, you're meant to be a really good prospect. So, like, even though Morowski was like 60, like, obviously that's not as project, like, it doesn't mean he's just going to be guaranteed, you know, a future ace, but like, that's still very high. It means he should end up being a pretty solid MLB starter. I like adds the floor when usually when you're drafting a pitcher there. That's the best part. Like, I mean, last year, just from a Cubs fan standpoint, like we drafted Ethan Conrad, outfielder from Wake Forest, with like the 17th pick, and he's just now starting to play in low A, and he did good in rookie ball his first few games, but that's just rookie ball. And he's like 0 for 10 in his first two games. He went 0 for 5 twice in his first two low A games. But our fifth round pick, Josiah Hartshorn, like he's one of the top, like he's a top 30 prospect to a lot of people, and he's 19 years old in high A, like with a over 950 OPS. So it's like stuff like that. It's like I mean, MLB draft's just so you can get such good value, like even after the first round. Wow. So I guess I should have trusted my gut. I see who the Pirates just took. I did say Eric Boone Jr. like a minute ago, but that was the first name I said that I wouldn't be surprised if they took him. So that's actually good right there. Definitely interesting. I did not have him going there in my mock draft, but I definitely was seeing a lot of things about him going. Derek Curriel going to the Pirates. Now the Royals have a chance to still no Jacob Lombard or Eric Boone Jr. So those guys are falling just a little bit, but that's not the most shocking thing. We'll just see what the Royals do here. I mean, I feel like the Royals, like, they got to take a pitcher here. Like Gio Rojas. I mean, I feel like it's just got to be a pitcher because they have the sixth pick and then they also have the 30th pick. I'm pretty sure. Uh, or maybe they, huh? I know it skips, but interesting. All right, I know that, but I know they have like a later pick that they could also use on a another pitcher. Pirates get another LSU guy. Calling Derek Curriel a young Christian Yelich. Churio, like Kendry Churio, or do you mean like? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Royals Kendry Churio, yeah, he's good. I'm not saying they don't got any pitching talent in the organization because they definitely do. Him and David Shields, but yeah, I think like this would just be a good opportunity to take another pitcher, or at least not if not with this pick, their next pick they need to get a pitcher for sure. But yeah, Kendry Churio is great though. I believe he's still 18, and let me see. Let me actually take a look at Kendry Churio. I mean, he is their number one prospect. He's gonna be 18 until October. I mean, like 21 strikeouts, only three walks in high as 18-year-old. I mean, through four starts, that's just great stuff. And he's only gonna keep getting better and better. Gold ink auto, yeah, that's huge. That's awesome. And he's gonna keep getting better and better. And then they also got David Shields too in high, who I think is gonna be pretty good. So they definitely have like pitchers, but they're still like in the lower levels of the minor leagues that they need to get more guys ready to go. It's not like they don't have any pitching prospects, but I definitely think this would be a good opportunity to take another guy that they could throw at the top of their prospect rankings. It looks like some of their guys I'm just taking a peep at. They haven't had great years, or just haven't really even had good years in Double A. Except Justin Lampkin looks like he's doing solid enough. PCA or Otani? I'm gonna have to go with Otani. I mean, I would also say Otani's like the best baseball player of all time, or Barry Bonds. But good question though. Pick is in for the Royals though. Looks like they're about to announce it. Let me actually get back to that. All right, let's see here. Oh wow, wow, Zion Rose. No, I that's interesting. So that's definitely an underslot opportunity. Now I do think Zion Rose is a good he's a good draft prospect. But I just was not expecting that at all. Zion Rose. He was hurt to start this year in college, but he had a pretty good collegiate season. He batted like over 400. Um, he's just a well-rounded outfielding prospect. But that's interesting though. Orioles got I mean, this is gonna be interesting to see how far these top prep guys fall. Yeah, only one prep guy taken so far, so we'll see if they start flying off the board here, or I mean, there's just a lot that could happen. This is why I love the MLB draft, though. Like I cannot have predicted Zion Rose going here to the Royals. Yeah, but Zion Rose is a well-rounded outfielding prospect, though. That's the first shocking one. Definitely think there's a lot of other options they could have went, but maybe they just like Zion Rose a ton, and it's a good underslot opportunity. Now the Orioles on the clock. Yeah, no, I think he was probably wasn't a legit question, but yeah, I mean PCA though, no doubt he at least kind of can. There's always got to be somebody running for second for the NL MVP as long as Otani's playing. Yeah, but PCA still is only 24 though, so we'll have to see. It's just about when Otani either slows down or retires. Yeah, the Royals do need outfield help, so that's why the pick makes sense. But I just didn't think Zion Rose would have been the guy. It's not a. I'm not saying it's a bad pick at all. So back-to-back collegiate outfielders. Let's see what the Orioles do here, though. It's commercial break right now, but I'm sure they're about to announce the pick. Let's actually go back to where is it? Yeah, let's go top 250 prospects right here. Yeah, because AJ Gracia could have also been a guy I saw the Royals take. But I guess they just like Zion Rose. Aiden Robbins, had a lot of he's projected. I mean, they're all pretty even at the end of the day. But I just thought that was kind of a little bit shocking. Anyway, let's see what the Orioles do though. Yep, pitching. We'll see though. I mean, there is huge value there with Eric Booth Jr., Jacob Lombard, but I do agree that pitching is a big need. I'm really hoping the Cubs take some pitching, but sometimes MLB draft, you just gotta take best available. See, your pick should be announced soon. Yeah, because technically these 10 picks are supposed to be announced within the next 19 minutes. At least that's what their like TV schedule said. Because they're going to move it off of NBC, and then it's going to go to just MLB Network and Peacock. But oh wow, storming outside a little bit. I don't know if you guys could hear that. All right, here we go. Back to the draft. Orioles have 53 seconds until. Oh, there it is. They did not go pitching. And Eric Booth Jr. though. So there's our second prep guy taken. Very athletic outfielder. They did not go pitcher. There you go, Eric Booth Jr. out of Mississippi. So I did have that right in my mock draft though. I have picks 1 through 3 and then the Orioles pick right. Yeah, thousands of outfielders and catchers. But sometimes the strategy there is you just take those good prospects and then you trade them for what you want in pitchers. But you'll have to see. Looks like the comparison here is Michael Harris of the Atlanta Braves. He's got elite speed and premium defense. I still like the pick though. I mean, here you go, the Athletics. I had Drew Burris going to the Athletics here in my mock, but we'll have to see what they do. Yeah, we'll have to see how it ends up, but it kind of sucks that it's a prep guy, so it's not like he's going to be in the MLB with the next 2 years or anything like that. Yeah, we'll see if they go pitching with their next pick. I mean, there's still plenty of time today for, it's the first like a 135. They don't always need to go pitching in the first. It's whatever their draft strategy is. But I agree. I mean, it kind of sucks if they keep taking outfielders, but it's also, I mean, they got plenty more picks to draft use on pitchers. So they got Grady Emerson on interview now, and the Athletics pick is in. Let me put the lights off in here. Barely realized until now. Ah. I would still predict Drew Burris with the pick here. I would still stay with the same as my mock draft. But, there's still some pretty solid pitchers on the board because there's only been one pitcher taken. Last 3 picks have been outfielders. I wonder though. I'd still think it's Drew Burris. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got Grady Emerson as a 65 hit tool, 55 power, 55 run, 60 arm, and 60 field. Yeah, that raise system just got really exciting though, even though it's already very, very good with getting Grady Emerson. Recent draft trends for the Athletics. They took Jamie Arnold last year. Oh, that was an elite draft in 2024 for the Athletics, though. Nick Kurtz and Gage Jump. That's just phenomenal. All right, we'll see. It looks like the pick is in, and they're about to announce it in 50 seconds. Yeah, Max Meyer in 2020. Yeah, Heston Kierstead, though, he looked pretty crazy for a second, but definitely unfortunate. Always tough to look back on the draft, though. I mean, you could say anything you want about these players. Just gotta wait until they actually get to play. All right, they should be announcing the pick here. There it is, Drew Burris. So I'm actually not doing too bad on my mock draft, except obviously through picks 4 through 6. But everything else has been right. Eric Booth, I got right to the Orioles, and then Drew Burris to the A's. It's a pretty solid pick. He's been he had a great collegiate career. Now we have the Braves up. I believe I had Sawyer Strosnider to the Braves, which is kind of a reach since it looks like he actually isn't actually being projected that high. But we'll have to see. But Sawyer Strosnider, the outfielder from TCU, is my prediction in my most recent mock draft to the Atlanta Braves. Thank you. Yeah, but this is probably where things are just gonna start going off the rail a little bit. Still no Jacob Lombard yet. Tyler Bell is also a name that a lot of people are expecting to be top 10, so we'll have to see if he goes within the next few picks here. Um, what else? I mean, still only one pitcher selected, so that's really something that the Braves could take advantage of here and get who they see to be the second best pitcher in the entire draft class. Yeah, it looks like they are on track though, on pace to be done within the next 10 minutes. To be done at 2:30, and then we're gonna start these next. The next pick should go off way faster though. I believe it said the 9 minutes for picks 1 through 10, and then it's gonna be 4 minutes for all the picks after that. So that's gonna be good. Yeah, they just cut to commercial. So yeah, I don't know if I still believe in my Sawyer Snyder pick, but I guess I'll just stick with it just because. Definitely think a pitcher would be more likely here though. They got the new Spider-Man movie commercial plan. Huh. I just can't wait for this draft to start moving faster. I mean, I do enjoy the suspense a little bit for these picks, but 9 minutes, I think that's just overdoing it. But thankfully, we only got two more picks left, and then it should move to 4 minutes, which should feel way faster. And at least, like, just doesn't feel like I'm waiting forever for each pick to be made. There we go. Okay. So, AJ Gracia. I always thought it was Garcia the first time I started paying attention to this draft class. I've got it down to AJ Gracia, a Virginia outfielder to the Braves. So pitchers, either they're just not moved by the pitchers in this draft class, it looks like. But we'll have to see who the Rockies go with here. Next up, AJ Gracia from Virginia. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on that pick at all, but it's definitely interesting though, seeing only one pitcher selected. That's just Because honestly, I knew Jackson Floor was the guy compared to the other pitchers in this class, but I didn't think it was something where like he'd be the only pitcher taken in the top 10. Definitely interesting, and we'll see how far pitchers keep falling. This is a great thing for the Cubs though right now, because that means there's gonna be a lot of pitchers of it. Hopefully, we'll see what happens within these next like 13 picks. That means there's a lot of pitchers available for the Cubs and a bunch of other teams too. So I'm very happy about that, just from a Cubs fan standpoint. All right. Rockies though, I've seen Tyler Bell. Um, Honestly, in my past mock draft video, I forgot to put him in. He definitely should have been like a top 15 projected pick. I know a lot of people like Baseball America, MLB Pipeline have him in the top 10 or had him in the top 10. So we'll have to see where he goes. I definitely think the Rockies could be a landing spot for him. But yeah, so last pick for this top 10, which is huge. Then it should move faster once it gets to 2:30 p.m. And then they're going to move on to picks 11 through 40, and it's going to be 4 minute wait time in between picks. So it should move a lot faster. I wouldn't say I'm. I would that many outfielders taken in a row, five outfielders taken in a row. That's interesting. So I'm a little shocked, but I'm not too shocked. I mean, I expected the Derek Carrill thing. Zion Rose, I did not expect over a guy like Drew Burris or AJ Gracia. So that's thrown me off a little bit. I'm not like completely against it though. It's just thrown me off just a tiny bit. And then now we'll see how the Rockies end out this top 10. See if they go with the pitcher, because the second best pitcher in the draft class possibly, or they just keep the uh, position players going. AJ Gracia transferred from Duke to Virginia this past year. I wish this live stream watch hours. I wish it translated. But oh yeah, for you guys that are in here, there's a new video coming out in about 35 minutes. It's gonna be another like top 10. But these are more like higher, not crazy high end prospects, but it's gonna be like top 10 prospects I'm currently investing in. Um, yeah, that's gonna release at 3 p.m. So if you feel free, you can pop out the stream and go check that out once it does drop. It's a pretty solid video. I mean, it's my same little format, but it's only 10 guys. But these are guys that I've really am putting a good amount of my investing in, and it'll be a good video. And I don't know what video I'm gonna do for the draft. I'll probably just do like a reaction, or I'm just gonna grade, like just do like a draft reaction of grading each pick in the first round, or just maybe like a draft takeaway video. Because obviously you can't really do much with their Bowman cards and anything like that because those don't come out until the winter at the earliest in the new Bowman draft product, which always comes out in like January, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Just gotta be excited for the Bowman Chrome product to come out here in September because that's a lot of international guys that I follow a ton, so that'll be exciting. But the pick is in for the Rockies. How do they end up in the top 10? Tyler Bell, just was talking about him. So Tyler Bell is a top 10 pick, and another position player is off the board. So only one pitcher taken in the top 10, and now the Nationals are going to get us started here. Pick 11 next up, but Tyler Bell, Kentucky shortstop. I believe he's hurt to start the year, but then really picked things up and ended up his stock skyrocketing. But I like that pick for the Rockies a ton, though. I do like that pick. You know, they obviously need a true shortstop, and he has the ability to be a good all around shortstop. And the Nationals have the next pick. Grassi is a prospect. Definitely like his game. You know, the Braves always do a good job of developing their prospects, so he's gonna add a lot of talent and be honestly he'll. The Brave system hasn't like phenomenal right now, so he'll already be considered one of the Braves' top prospects, especially when it comes to some of their outfielding prospects, which they really don't have a ton of. But obviously, that you know that their team at the major league level is already very very good. So if I'm gonna pull up the yeah, like Eric Hartman, you know, I wouldn't necessarily value Eric Hartman's having a phenomenal year, but he'd be just right under Eric Hartman in my opinion. Uh, and then for other prospects, like their next highest ranked outfielding prospect is a young guy, Diego Torres in the Complex League, who just has not done good this year, and like he's nowhere near just being ready for the lower levels of the minor leagues. But Gracia, definitely like his game. He's not as athletic as Eric Hartman, but the hitting tools are about the same. You know, Hartman's had a huge power breakout year, which I'm not expecting Gracia to hit for immediately, but I definitely like his upside, and the Braves have done a pretty good job developing their prospects. So definitely can see him as a future. Well, he'll probably enter the system already as a top 4 or top 3 prospect for the Braves. Yeah, not a whole lot of prep guys. Only Grady Emerson, Eric Booth. Yeah, that's it. Only Grady Emerson, Eric Booth. Yeah, you're welcome, man. I definitely like that Tyler Bell pick a ton for the Rockies, though. Yeah, it looks like scouts think Grassi can stick in center field too. Don't think that's what the Braves are expecting from him though, considering you know they got Michael Harris. But yeah, all right. Looks they're changing the coverage now. Nationals here though. I feel like it's got to be Cameron Flukie. There just has to be a pitcher taken. I feel like Nationals are gonna go Cameron Flukie here. I'd be a little shocked. Yeah, but they're on commercial break right now. Probably when they come back, hopefully the new trend of the draft picks being only 4 minutes in between begins. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be Cameron Flukie though. And if it's not Cameron Flukie here, I feel like the Angels are definitely going to take Cameron Flukie. So it's either Cameron Flukie here or to the Angels. But after that though, really could be anybody. That's it's gotten to that point. Actually, I think a pick I believe in is Chris Hasepian. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Texas A&M second baseman. I think the Marlins would be a great fit for him. And then Jared Grindlinger here to the Diamondbacks. Ace Reese maybe to the Rangers, and then I think Cole Carlone or some pitcher to the Reds for sure. But Nationals are about to make their pick. We'll see here. It says 40 seconds left, and the website's a little bit faster than the broadcast, so it should be here any second. Pick is in. Yeah, it's crazy how there's only been one pitcher taken so far, though. All right, where the Nationals got. Website's taking a little bit longer than it normally has, but they're gonna have to announce the pick here in a second. The more the pitchers fall, I'll be happy for the Cubs to have a great opportunity to take a great pitcher. We'll see though. Are they gonna announce this pick? Nobody's out on the stage yet. Esmer Valdez just hit his second homer of the day, and he's hit a grand slam for that one. Already sold one of his autos. Definitely a little bit of regret, but wasn't a bad sell. Still profited off of it, but it was like a blue Lunar PSA 9 I sold a few months ago when he was doing good in AAA, but then now obviously he's doing good in the majors. So unfortunate time that I sold that. All right, where you at, Manfred? You got to announce the pick. Guardian announce the pick. Wow, this is taking long. I mean, the timer, I haven't even seen this before in other drafts of sports. Like, the timer's been ran out for a minute. Like, it's been a full minute since the timer said 0, and nobody's out on the stage. This just doesn't happen with the NFL draft or NBA draft, though, I swear. It's also why views are way lower in MLB draft, too. I mean, it also has to do with the fact that these guys don't play right away, but I mean, I feel like the operation's just not great. We'll see here, though. Website's still not updated either with the pick. Whoa, well, my prediction to the Marlins is wrong. He goes to the Nationals at 11. Chris Hatsopian. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but really good hitting ability. Not a great defender. That's why I think they got him as a second baseman, which is correct. It's not going to protect his great defense at second base, but the bat is absolutely going to be good at second base. But that's an interesting pick there for the Nationals. Not what I expected, but definitely don't mind the pick, though. It's another position player. That means there's going to be another pitcher available for the Cubs. And really any of these teams for that matter. Now the Angels, okay, this got to be fluky. Like, got to be fluky. I mean, this is kind of nuts. Let me go see, just since I'm already forgetting just a little bit, the pitchers available. I mean, Gio Rojas, definitely, but I knew he was falling just a little bit. I mean, fluky, I definitely feel like it's got to be next up. Just in my eyes. I mean, Hunter Dietz, I had it 30 in my mock. Liam Peterson, like, I'd be so happy if the Cubs could get Liam Peterson or Fluky. That'd be awesome. Or even Gio Rojas, I mean. Uh, yeah, I feel like it's got to be Cameron Fluky here, though. I mean, I can't remember the last draft class where there's only like one pitcher through the first like 11 picks or something like that. Kind of crazy. I mean, I already knew it wasn't the biggest like draft class for pitchers or like the best, but still though, definitely interesting. All right, pick is already in for the Angels though, so this should be the first time picks start moving faster. Oh, it looks like Rob Manfred. The clip of him mispronouncing Rock Shalasky's name is kind of going viral on Twitter. Pick is in for the Angels, though. Oh, come on, announce the pick. Still says another minute and 55 seconds for the Angels to make their pick, but yeah, we'll see. Really hoping things start moving faster, though. Because then I think this is supposed to go till, was it 4:30? I believe. It's supposed to go till 4:30 for the whole first round. And then, let me double check. I hear you. Angels pick should be getting announced. Yeah, so 2:30 to 4:30 is gonna be picks 11 through 40. So oh, there goes a pitcher. Well, it's a two-way guy, Jared Grinlinger. He's a two-way guy, outfielder slash pitcher. So that counts as, I guess, the second pitcher. They have him listed as the outfielder on here, but I wonder what the Angels have planned for him, though. Definitely thought he could have been a guy that could have slipped in the top 10, but definitely like the pick for the Angels, though. He's also a guy that reclassed, so he's currently 17. Like, he's technically should be a junior in high school. I definitely think he projects more as a pitcher, though, just from what I've seen. So that does 10. I'll count. That counts as a pitcher. And he is from Cali, so that's cool too. He is from Cali. I believe his older brother he was just a true freshman at Tennessee as well. Had a really good true freshman season. Yeah, Condon. Yeah, I definitely thought the Diamondbacks are going to go prep, and I could definitely see them going Condon now. Still definitely interesting though that Flukey's on the board, Liam Peterson's still on the board, and we're almost nearing halfway through like the first round. So I guess they're drafting him mainly as a hitter though, which is interesting. That pick is in for the Cardinals. Yeah, good Diamondbacks. Yeah, they could definitely use I mean, they also have a young guy, Slade Caldwell, who's currently in high A. But yeah, similar type of profile as Slade Caldwell. You know, a hit over power, but really athletic. Just trying to get some more outfielders in their system. See the Cardinals take though. Yeah, I think they're lying about the stuff being 4 minutes per pick, unless I'm being way too critical on them, because it still says they have a minute 50 to announce the pick. But it says on average it should be 4 minutes per pick from now on, which I feel like it just hasn't been. Justin LeBron, he's definitely got a ton of tools. There is a lot of concerns about his hit tool though. He's got good power. I mean, he's very athletic. He got a great arm, but I just don't know exactly if the hit tool is going to be good enough to justify him being like maybe a top 20 pick. That's kind of what it's looking like now, but you never know. It just depends what organization gets him, and hopefully they can make some changes and figure that out. But he definitely did not have a good second half or even like last 3/4 of his collegiate career, just from a pure hitting standpoint. Because the power is there, it's just the contact he struggles. But it was against SEC pitching, so we'll have to see. I guess the website's outdated yet. Trevor Condon, so he's not going to go to the Diamondbacks, as we were just saying. Trevor Condon to the Cardinals, though. That's interesting. Pretty good pick. But Trevor Condon to the Cardinals. There's another prep guy. It's also another position player. So I mean, if we're not considering Jared Grindlinger being a like a two-way or just primarily a pitcher, then there's actually only been one pitcher selected because they did draft Jared Grindlinger as an outfielder. So definitely interesting. Back-to-back prep outfielders taken. Yeah, I guess not. But yeah, we'll see what's available there. Still no Jacob Lombard. Um, definitely gonna be something to monitor. Let me refresh this to see if it's behind. There you go, Trevor Condon. So the Marlins, though, good pick for the Cardinals, though. Got Marlins and Diamondbacks and then the Rangers. Motor that rivals PCA. Marlins are on the clock. Yeah, good hit tool. Yeah, definitely a good hit tool. He's also very fast with, like they say, 70 grade run. And the fielding's also very good too. Yes, that's a good pick though for the Cardinals. And who knows how much power he can develop. So that'll be something interesting too if he can, like if we're just gonna compare him to PCA. Like when PCA was drafted, similar type of profile, and like his power was just like a 45 on the tool scale. And then now PCA's at 20 home runs. So like he hit 30 last year. So it's just that's how much power he can get to. But definitely like the pick for the Cardinals though. Yeah, Lombard or Rojas. Yeah, it's kind of crazy though how there's still really only been one pitcher taken. Because I guess I'm not even going to count Grindlinger because they drafted him as an outfielder. But he still has that two-way potential. But I mean, there's been only one like actual pitcher taken so far through the first 13 picks.
Best reschedule the dancers.
Yeah, Marlins though could shake things up here. I mean, you would think he could take a pitcher. There's a lot of really good pitchers available. We'll have to see though. I mean, Cameron Flukie, Liam Peterson. There's just a lot of guys. Like, I thought those two guys are for sure top 15 picks, without a doubt. Which I guess they could still be if they go back to back here, but
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. With no payments for 90
I have not got a pick right in my mock draft since Drew Burris to the Athletics. Lombard falling. I mean, it's not too crazy. Like, obviously, it's a little bit surprising because I recognize him as like the second best prep guy in the class, but it's just like teams' needs, and sometimes it's just purely draft strategy. You know, they might not want to pay a prep guy a certain amount of money because they just want to put it elsewhere. So we'll have to see where he ends up at, but it definitely is a little bit surprising. I couldn't give like an exact reason why though, other than team's draft strategy. I don't really think it's about anything like for him as a prospect. But oh, there it is. There it is, Jacob Lombard to the Marlins. So he's staying in Miami. That actually makes a ton of sense. He's staying in Florida. He's from Gulliver Prep High School. He was committed to Miami, so they're keeping him in Miami. So that's gonna be an easy deal to make for the Marlins. And there we go. Jacob Lombard's off the board. Really like that pick, though. So they have Avar Kett in the system at Double A right now. And then now Jacob Lombard.
The Miami Marlins select Jacob Lombard, a shortstop from Gulliver Prep School, Miami, Florida. The Arizona Diamondbacks get the next pick. The hometown kid. Marlins going with a Miami guy.
Oh, yeah, Drew Jones. He's started to do a little bit better this year, but yeah, he's still a ways away from, having a chance at the majors. He's like a low 700 OPS in Double A right now, but he's still like only 22 years old, so could be worse. But yeah, Rojas, though. Really good opportunity. How is LeBron falling? I mean, he just has too many concerns with his hit tool. Like, he really struggled. Like, when you're a collegiate guy and you're trying to be a first rounder projected and your batting average is like in college, like a 240 to 250, it's just not a good thing at all. He's still got a ton of other like tools, like he's very athletic, got a great arm. The power is there too, but he's falling just simply because there's too many concerns about his hit tool and just there's other options to take. But I still had him projected actually 20th in my recent mock to the Red Sox. And then in my first mock, I had him at 21 to the Padres. So we'll see if he gets taken in the top 20. We'll see what happens. But definitely crazy how there's still only been one pitcher taken, if you guys are just now joining in or paying attention. The Brewers, I think Bo Lawrence, the prep third baseman, he's 6'5", got a lot of power potential. I could see Bo Lawrence. I've had a mock there before. Maybe could see an Ace Reese as well. I mean, I know they have Andrew Fisher, but definitely could see that as well, an Ace Reese. Since it doesn't look like it's just in that at the 25 range. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, if I just want to give you one answer, I'd say Bo Lawrence to the Brewers, high school third baseman. That'd be my locked in prediction. But at this point, there's so many pitchers falling that they could just go take a really good pitcher. Like, if nobody's drafting pitchers in this top part of the draft, there's going to be a lot of good opportunities here down in the later part of the first round for teams to select really good pitchers. Because there's still only been one pitcher selected, and that was Jackson Flora. Technically, Jared Greenlinger, he is a pitcher as well. He's a two-way guy, but they did draft him as an outfielder. Yeah, that's a really good landing spot for Jacob Lombard, though. He's able to stay in Florida, stay home, and he's going to be a Miami Marlin. And obviously, his older brother, George Lombard Jr., is currently in AAA for the Yankees. Yeah, that's got to be a great feeling for that organization, though, getting a guy like Jacob Lombard with huge upside. And now the Diamondbacks pick is in, hoping for Rojas here. Lombard staying at shortstop. Yeah, I think he's super fast. I think he will stick at shortstop. I know Ava Arquette is also pretty athletic. He's a bigger frame, so I definitely think it would definitely be dumb to rule out Lombard being able to stay at shortstop since he just got drafted. But I definitely think he can stick there. It just depends. Like, I mean, if Ava Arquette's able to play phenomenal defense, but his frame, he's like 6'4", or I think he might be 6'5" even. Like that's more of a build for like a third baseman. But we'll just have to see how that plays out. Diamondbacks up. My guess for this Diamondbacks pick now. I mean, I keep saying it should be a pitcher. I've said pitchers should be off the board as of like the 11th pick, but it has yet to be a pitcher. I guess Rojas. I'll go Gio Rojas. That would be my prediction for this pick. So I definitely think they're going to prep guy. Because there's been 3 prep guys taken back to back to back. Pitchers, there's Cameron Flukie, Liam Peterson, Hunter Dietz, Cole Carlone. There's like the best ones there would be Cameron Flukie, Liam Peterson. I definitely had them as like top 15 picks. I definitely would have expected them both to be gone by now. Definitely kind of shocked. Wow. Okay, Ryder Helfrich, catcher. Wasn't really expecting that for the Diamondbacks, but that's a very good pick. I like that a ton for the Diamondbacks. Ryder Helfrich is very good behind the plate defensively. He's got power upside. Definitely like that pick a ton for the Diamondbacks. I thought they were going to go prep though, but it kind of makes sense because a lot of the prep guys have been taken recently. Still no pitcher taken since Jackson, Florida.
Of the 2026 MLB Draft, the Arizona Diamondbacks select
Yeah, catcher. He's really good behind the plate. He was like a lot of people regarded him right behind Von Lackey as the second best defensive catcher in college baseball. He can also hit too. It's not just a he's not just a purely defensive catcher. He's got some pop in his bat. Yeah, no, Brewers they got a really good farm right now, so I mean this draft's gonna be able to add to that. The Brewers are in a really good spot. I mean, they just called him the best defensive catcher in the draft as well. And he's got plus raw power. He's got a lot of bat speed. He's a really good catcher. He's got 65 great arm. Yeah, I do have Gabriel Moreno and Vera Honda. Yeah, Rojas would have been a good pick, but there's a reason why he's fallen. It seems like there's some questions about his game. Yeah, I mean the Diamondbacks just didn't really have a catcher, and this is just a really good pitcher. I mean catcher. He's just really good defensively, and he does have that plus power, which is always just a great thing to go with it. Because some people, I mean, they were calling him better than Von Lackey defensively, so I mean that's always a good thing. Then we get the Rangers on the clock. Kind of crazy though how I mean the run saved. Okay, it actually looks like Ryder Helfrich blew Von Lackey out of the water defensively. They're showing some of the catcher runs saved and stuff. Definitely not as athletic as Von Lackey, but like just as a pure defender behind the plate, very good. Pick is in for the Rangers. I believe I had Ace Reese going to the Rangers here in my most recent mock draft. This could be an opportunity for them to take a pitcher as well, but wouldn't be surprised if it's Ace Reese here. His Helfrich's player comp is Sean Murphy. pick has been in for the Rangers. Gio Rojas is MLB.com's best available guy right now. Then it's Justin LeBron, Cameron Flukie, Hunter Dietz, Ace Reese, Liam Peterson, Bo Lawrence, Sawyer Stroh-Snyder, Brody Bemila, Carson Bowman. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys want to like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that if you guys are new here. Also, liking the stream just helps the algorithm a little bit and just helps the channel out. This is the first live stream I've ever done on this channel too. I have live streamed on Whatnot before, and I have done that, but wanted to do a live stream on YouTube. But the Rangers pick is about to be announced. There it is. Gio Rojas to the Rangers. So finally, another pitcher's off the board. It's also the first prep pitcher off the board. Gio Rojas from Stoneman Douglas, who's produced a ton of MLB talent. Like that pick a ton for the Rangers. Maybe this is where we start seeing more pitchers come off the board. Yeah, I thought there's no way Gio Rojas was going to fall past like pick 18 even. If the Rangers didn't take him, I'm sure the Astros or Reds would have. His comparison's Max Fried. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. Yeah, but Gio Rojas is a really good lefty. It's going to be huge for their system. Great pick from the Rangers. Now we got the Astros next up at pick 17. Yeah, they do got a lot of pitchers, but I think it's one of those situations where you just draft best available. And I mean, that was a great opportunity to get one of the top pitchers in the draft class. And it really doesn't hurt to continue to keep adding more and more pitching. That's a really good pick, though, for the Rangers. So we got another hour and a half until they get through pick 40. Picks are starting to come off the board faster now. Astros are next up. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy how it took that long to have another pitcher come off the board. I think the Reds for sure are taking a pitcher without a doubt. So I don't know what the Astros might do. They might not go pitcher, but I know the Reds for sure should go pitcher. Trey Phelps. I'm not. Trey Phelps. Why is that? Oh, yeah, the third baseman. Let me actually do some. I haven't taken a look at some of his stuff in a second. Oh, where's he at on here? Yeah, he's MLB.com has him ranked as the 121st prospect. Definitely got a pretty solid bat. I do not know if they'd use their first round pick on him, but it should just be Squills cards and whatnot. I haven't been on there in like months though, but it should just be Squills cards on whatnot. The last time I live streamed on there was like I want to say maybe like February, maybe early March. I haven't been on there in a while. All right, wonder who's gonna get taken here by the Astros. Mm. And we got under 2 hours until these World Cup game. Well, the first World Cup game starts, so that'll be exciting. Oh, that's an interesting pick. Logan Hughes from Texas Tech to the Astros. I thought there's a chance the Cubs might take him. Yeah, it's been a minute, but yeah, I did a few streams on Whatnot for a little bit. I'm probably planning on starting to do that more and more in the future as well. And the Astros take Logan Hughes, so he was actually only ranked as the 42nd draft prospect in this class, but he's definitely got an amazing bat. So that's definitely a solid pick there for the Astros. I think the Reds got to go pitcher though. There's just too many good pitchers available for them not to go pitcher. Yeah, he just had a really good year in the Big 12 for Texas Tech. He batted 375. Yeah, fluky. I mean, yeah, if these pitchers are going to keep falling, like I hope the Cubs take one of the top pitchers. Initially going into the draft, I was just hoping for them to take Mason Edwards, but it looks like Mason Edwards probably is for sure going to be there now. Yeah, I'm just really hoping the Cubs either can get Fluky or Mason Edwards still. But there's just been only two pitchers taken, which is pretty crazy. The Reds are on the clock. Oh, I got Trevor Condon on interview now on the draft stream. And the Reds pick is in. So they definitely, I think it's got to be like Fluky here or like a Liam Peterson, just one of the top pitchers. Because they put that pick in fast. And I originally had them taking the Arizona State pitcher, the lefty Cole Carlone. Yeah, Fluky on the board at 25. I'd be shocked if he is. I'd be really shocked if he is on the board at 25. I'm already shocked he's really not taken already, but we'll see. I know he's trying to have leverage to go back to college. I know that he's in the transfer portal right now currently for college baseball. He's in the college baseball transfer portal. He's trying to leverage maybe returning back to school. No, I do not like the Brewers. I'm a Cubs fan. I got my Cubs shirt on. I'm not a huge fan of the Brewers, you could say. But yeah, I'd be shocked if Fluky is there at 25 though. Simply because he's really the second best. I was talking about the chat, but yeah, Fluky was probably my second best pitcher in the class. I know he had some injury issues, and then where and then Justin LeBron. We'll have to see. Because obviously the big names. I mean, I was expecting Justin LeBron to kind of be in the 20 range, but yeah. So I mean, it's coming to fruition. I should announce the Reds pick here in a second. The people in the draft right now are talking about the Reds could go any number of ways here, but I feel like they really got to go pitcher. I mean, there still is good like position players available, obviously, but like pitchers, they got to go pitcher. Wow, Justin LeBron to the Reds. That was not expecting that at all. They go Justin LeBron. That's nuts. That's interesting. He kind of went in the range where I thought he's gonna be. I thought he's gonna be between like pick 15 through like 22, just somewhere in there. And the Reds take him at 18. So not a pitcher like I thought it was gonna be for sure. And I mean, Justin LeBron. Yeah, I thought the. I mean, yeah, you were talking about the Brewers one, Cole Carlone. I really thought the Reds were going to take Cole Carlone for sure. But it's just crazy how this. I mean, there's only been two pitchers taken through the first 18 picks. Justin LeBron, though. It's pretty crazy. We'll have to see how he turns out. I mean, the Reds last year took Steele Hall. And obviously, they have Ellie as their shortstop, but who knows how long Ellie's going to be able to be a Red for. Well, that's kind of shocking. Well, and not really. I thought he was going to be in this range, but not to the Reds, though. That's probably the more shocking thing about this pick. His LeBron's player comp is Willie Adamez. Why did I just pronounce it as Adamez? We'll see who Cleveland goes here, though. Cleveland is on the clock. Oh, my video just came out 10 minutes ago, too. If you guys are in the stream, I just posted a new video. Well, scheduled to upload 10 minutes ago. It's my top 10 prospect autos I'm investing in. It's a lot more, not budget guys, they're a little bit more pricey. And they're just the guys I'm the highest on going into the rest of this baseball season. So if you guys want to pop out the stream, if you guys are following me or are subscribed to me to see that Bowman content, you can go check it out and then pop back in the stream or just check the video out later. Yeah, Guardians here though. Just looking next. I don't really know what they go with here. I mean, there's a lot of pitching available, so I could definitely see them going pitcher. You know, I'm gonna say that about every pick from now on because there's just so many good pitchers available, and there's only been two taken, which is kind of crazy. But you know, I mean, there's still just obviously a ton of position players available that are worthy of being the pick here. Pick is in for the Guardians though. Pick is in. Last year they took Jace Lavalette, and then obviously they had the number one pick in 2024. Dang, Connor Griffin scorecard out of 10? That's nice. That's pretty cool though. Yeah, it's definitely a hard card to comp, but that's a pretty sweet card though, Connor Griffin. It's good that he's healthy now. Oh, the Guardians made their pick. There he goes, Liam Peterson. So finally another one of those top pitchers is off the board. Unfortunately, I was hoping he would fall to the Cubs, but it's a really good pick for the Guardians there. Yeah, sell or hold. I mean, I would always say it's never wrong to sell. Like since the I mean, 2026 Bowman is the most recent product, and also like he's still got a ton of hype. But definitely, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad decision to hold either. But I'm never against selling when you know you can make a good amount of change for just selling it early on. That's a really good pick though, Liam Peterson. Now the Red Sox are up. Yeah, I just saw there's one up on eBay that somebody has. It's like the same one, the out of 10 scorecard, first on the print, and it's just up for like 600 and has no watchers. But yeah, but that's definitely just something you throw up on eBay or somewhere and just take offers on it. That's an interesting offer. Somebody just sent me for my Caminero. Yeah, that's what I do with a ton of my cards. Whenever I list cards, unless I'm trying to move them really fast, I just send them. I always list them a little bit over comps, like most people do. And sometimes for like my really high end stuff, I list like crazy kind of over comps. Or if there is no comp, I just really try and set a wild comp. And some people I get messages that are like, tell me that the card's not worth that much, and I just have to explain to them like, well, yeah, I'm just doing that so like people see it and I can work from there. Also, I've had times where I list stuff over comps, and it's just like some people do pay the buy now. Like I had a Theo Gillen refractor auto, his first refractor auto, and like the most recent comp for it was like 180, and then like randomly I woke up and it just sold for 225 just straight up. So sometimes that does happen. Then people just strictly pay the buy now without even either it's checking comps or they just wanna they don't even want to negotiate. Wonder what the Red Sox go with here though. Riley Green. Oh, that's a cool card out of 5. Yeah, definitely low number too, since those are obviously hard to comp. Like that's really what. But if you guys ever know my eBay page, it's just Squill K. Yeah, a lot of my more expensive stuff that's just set up high is low numbered. Like my Johan De Los Santos out of 5 is like set high, and my CJ Stroud like Prism rookie out of 15 is set super high. But yeah, it really is just the stuff that's like kind of hard to comp. Always just set it a little bit higher than even what most people think it is. All right, should be getting back to the draft content here now. Oh shoot, you have yeah, that's what mine is. It's mine's the Johan Sunflower Seeds first auto. It's a PSA 10, Gem 10 too. Oh, here we go. That's an interesting pick. Jake Schaffner, shortstop from North Carolina. That's an interesting pick. He's ranked the 75th best guy in the draft class. Awesome. You're welcome, man. Thanks for liking the new video. Remember to go like and comment on it just to help the algorithm help support the channel, and go check out other videos if you haven't already seen some of them yet. But yeah, the Leo DeVries sunflower seeds. I have I just have the Johan version of that, but it's a PSA 10 and the auto is graded a 10. That's one of my favorite cards at the moment. That's an interesting pick for the Red Sox, though. I mean, that's what you get with MLB Draft. You get a lot of underslot opportunities, so that's probably what they're doing there. But yeah, it's. I mean, with Franklin Arias in the system, it's not like. I mean, obviously they need a shortstop at the major league level, but definitely an interesting pick here, though. And it's just another non-pitcher. So I mean, there's now the Padres are up. There's a ton of like Fluky still available, and I mean, Liam Peterson is off the board, so that was one of the guys that I was talking about a little bit earlier. Glad they didn't take a pitcher. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy though. There's still only been 3 pitchers taken through the first 20 picks. Yeah, but if you guys could go check out the new video or some of my old videos, just click on them, drop a like, maybe drop a comment. I'd really appreciate it. Just kind of help out the channel. And also like this live stream too, just to help the algorithm. The newest video I just posted is a top 10 Bowman prospects I'm investing in. They're more higher end guys. Nothing crazy high end other than the #1 guy I talk about in the video. But you guys could go check that video out, or just go drop a like real quick, let it run for a few minutes, and pop back in the stream. Or once the stream's over, I really appreciate it. And I am thinking about doing more live streams in the future, just occasionally, just like answer guys prospect questions you guys might have, or really just anything while I'm watching some of the games. I still think the Brewers are going to go with Bo Lawrence, high school third baseman. International. So the thing about international pipeline, for those teenagers that get signed, it's really not heavy. Like pitchers. There's not a whole lot of pitcher development. There is, like, each class has a few pitchers that end up being pretty good, but like for a lot of the more popular names, it's really just mainly position players and infielders for the most part. It's just over there. They obviously there is a lot of pitchers that get developed, but they really don't get shown to be that great, or they just don't really get hyped up like kind of pitchers in America do. So it's like it really is just mainly about waiting for those international pitchers to get over here, and then you can see what they can do. There's not really any pitchers that get a lot of money, like high signing bonuses for being teenager pitchers. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad the info helps out. Yeah, because that's really what I found for me is why I wanted to make videos, because if you guys don't know, like Baseball America, they are a huge publication. They do a ton of really good stuff for minor league baseball. Um, and what for me in the winter was I started paying, like I got a subscription, started reading a ton of their stuff they had and listening to their podcast, and it helped to reaffirm like my investment decisions. So I really just wanted to share information and just share my opinion, because I knew that would help other people make those investment decisions, or just inspire people to start investing in better ways versus just kind of buying random prospects. That's really why I got into this. And I got a lot of fun future stuff planned. Like I'm gonna go to the National Card Show, do some vlogs there, me buying ideally a ton of Bowman or just cards in general. And the Padres go with Coleman Borthwick, third baseman, prep guy. Was he not a? Am I? Is this dude not a pitcher? Wait, I thought this dude was a. Hold on. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking about somebody else. I was thinking about what's his name? Carson Bullimon, not Coleman Borthwick. Wait, no, Coleman Borthwick is a. They got him as a pitcher, but I guess they're going with the two-way here. That's so. This is interesting. He's actually on MLB Pipeline. They don't even have his grades as a like they don't they just have his pitcher tools. He's 6'6", 18 years old. Um, they're talking about him pitching, so I don't know if that's just an error, but it says they drafted him as a third baseman. So I feel like that might just be an error. Because Coleman Borthwick, yeah, I knew this guy was a pitcher, but it's yeah, Bowman's yeah, I know Bowman is the pitcher. But this is interesting too though, because they say he's a third baseman. I'm gonna refresh and see if it changes. But Coleman Borthwick, yeah, they got him as a third baseman though, even though I didn't know he was really he is a two-way high school guy though, and they drafted. Oh no, they changed it to pitcher. They did change it to pitcher. I was gonna say though, that's kind of crazy because usually when they talk about two-way guys though, they at least have their grades, on their scouting thing. And I've read a fair amount of this draft class. I'm definitely not as like deeper into the prep part of this draft class. I was familiar with him, and as a pitcher, I just did not know he was a two-way guy. But it looks like they did correct it, and they drafted him as a pitcher. So that is interesting though, because that's not one of the pitchers that I thought would be taken. I thought he could be a first rounder, but I think they just got it confused. Yeah, because he was a two-way prospect, but like from a draft standpoint, they really were just looking at him as a good pitcher. So that's a solid pick for the Padres though. I mean, it's a pitcher. He's got a ton of upside, and I know he's got plus fastball. So that's exciting, but definitely interesting though because that Cubs are one pick away now, and Cameron Fluke's still on the board. Hunter Dietz is still on the board. I mean, they haven't completely ruled out. Like I've seen a ton of mock drafts saying the Cubs are going to take a college position player, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, I mean, there's still so many good pitchers on the board. I mean, Coleman Borthwick is a good pitcher, but I just did not view him getting drafted like nearly top 20. They got Jacob Lombard on the interview right now on the draft. See what the Tigers do here, though. I believe in my mock, I had the Tigers taking the Texas outfielder, University of Texas, Aiden Robbins. That's who I had mocked. Mocked to. Yeah, let me read the chat. Yeah, bottom, a lot of Mike Sirota. Yeah, definitely with Mike Sirota. I think the main thing with him is like he's been obviously ridiculously good, but I just think the best time is to take some profit when you can. But the lower numbered stuff, like yeah, absolutely, like hold on to that because that's the stuff that really goes crazy though once he does get his chance at AAA and ends up getting his MLB call up. But definitely like for Franklin Arias, I kind of did the opposite. I ended up it being a smart decision for the most part. I sold like his orange sapphire auto pretty early on when he was like the number one prospect in the minor leagues, just from a production standpoint. And then now I just recently sold a refractor auto of his, and like that doubled in price from when I bought it. So yeah, but that's always a really good strategy if you buy a ton of a prospect. Early on you just make some profit selling some of the cheaper stuff, and then you hold on to the lower numbered stuff just in case they really keep taking off. I'm excited for the National though. I'm gonna do some like kind of card show vlog stuff there. I'm gonna try and buy a ton of Bowman. I will say I've been to two Nationals before, and there is a ton of Bowman. Like I'm not. I don't know if I would say a ton of Bowman, but I find it hard to like find prospects other than like maybe like there's gonna be Jesus Mata, maybe Leo DeVries. I find it really hard to find like maybe a Mike Sirota type of guy. Maybe it's a little bit easier this year because he's like a top 15 prospect in baseball. But I do find it hard at those like the National Card Show like to find just more of the more normal prospects, like either normal top 100 guys or even guys outside the top 100. Oh, that hurts. Cameron Fluke gets taken right before the Cubs get the pick. Dang it. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That, oh man, fluky right before he got to the Cubs. Dang it. We'll see what the Cubs do now, though. I thought Fluky was gonna be an obvious pick. I mean, I think that's a great pick for the Tigers, but I thought it was gonna be an obvious pick if he did fall to the Cubs, they would take him immediately. Uh, just from another collegiate pitchers, like I think Mason Edwards, I'd be really happy about that. If that were to 100 eats, I'd be pretty hyped about too. Yeah, it made sense for the Tigers to go pitching. I'd be pretty hyped about 100 eats as well. I could see them going maybe like the Cubs could go Logan Schmidt, a prep lefty, or Carson Bolamon. I could definitely see that. I'm hoping it's pitching. I mean Cole Carlone would be interesting here as well. I hope the Cubs go pitching, but if they also take a position player, I'm not really going to hate on it. I know saw some things with the Cubs taking Bo Lawrence, who I think is going to go to the Brewers. He's a prep third baseman. But yeah, really hoping the Cubs go pitching here. Don't really care if it's prep or collegiate. But I also could see them taking maybe a guy like Aiden Robbins or Daniel Jackson as a position player. But it's going to be exciting, though. Yeah, really good pick for the Tigers going Cameron Flukie. So now he probably is going to get enough money where he wouldn't go back to college. Because I know that might have been the reason some teams didn't want to maybe draft him because he's currently, I guess he's technically still in the transfer portal, so he could leverage saying he's going to go get paid by another college versus going to the draft and then just waiting another year to get drafted. Yeah, that's a really good pick for the Tigers, though. I personally want the Cubs to take pitching right now, but I think that it's really anything's. I just doubt it'd be a prep position player, but I think it could either be a collegiate hitter or prep prep pitcher or a collegiate pitcher. The only thing I would be shocked at is if they take a prep position player. Cubs pick should be in here in a second. And if you guys are new to this stream or have been here in a minute, remember to give the stream a like. That'll just help out, just help more people see it on their algorithm. And then also feel free to go check out some of my other videos after the stream, or if you want to take a second, go watch some of the videos in between some of these draft picks. That'd be great too. I just uploaded a new one. Even if you guys don't care too much about the Bowman content for you guys in here strictly for the draft, if you want to go like some of my videos, I'd really appreciate that as well. All right, they're on commercial break, but then it should be the Cubs pick. Wonder. Really excited for this Cubs pick, though. All right, here we go. Should be back to the draft and the Cubs selection. Okay, there it is for the Cubs. Cade Townsend. Like that. He was another guy, collegiate pitcher that I was hoping would be here, and I expected him to be here. But Cade Townsend, like that pick a ton. Very good. I'm very happy with that. It's a really good pick. Very happy with that. Definitely wanted a pitcher in the first round, and they got a good one in Cade Townsend. Forget where I had a mock to. I think I had a mocked right in this range zone in the last mock draft I did. And then we get the Mariners up. He just got a ton of really good pitches and a really good pitching arsenal. So I'm definitely excited about him for this. He's got an upper 80s slider and a low 80s curve. Also has a pretty solid fastball as well. Now this might be where a ton of pitchers start going off the board. I need to go grab a charger real quick. Where is... Alright. Gotta charge this iPad a little bit with the draft on. Really like that pick for the Cubs, though. I don't really know what I predict here for the Mariners. I forget what I... Let me go back and take a look at the mock I did for him. Or the mock I did in general. Let's see here. I had the Mariners taking... This is where I had Condon going to the Mariners. And then I have Bo Lawrence to the Brewers. Then I had Cade Townsend at 26 to the Braves. Have to see, though. I mean, really could be anybody here. Oh, there we go. Ace Reese. I had him in this range. I actually had him at going number 16, but in the other mock draft, I have him going right around the later 20s. The Ace Reese to the Mariners. Like that pick, though. Now the Brewers are up. Definitely got a ton of power. Ace Reese has a ton of power. Yep, the Brewers are up. It's their turn to pick. Yeah, Cole Carlin or Hunter Dietz, that'd be a good option for them. Two very good lefties. If I had to pick one over the other, I might go. I'd probably go Cole Carlin if I had to pick one or the other. But yeah, I definitely think that's an option, or maybe Bill Lawrence. Yeah, light on lefties. But I mean, also like even regardless of even if there are righties here, I mean, I still feel like these two would have been like top guys just to go after anyways, regardless of what hand they throw with. But yeah, definitely light on lefties would be a really good opportunity to take either Hunter Dietz or Cole Carlone. We're getting close to the end of the first round, though. I mean, we only got about 6 more picks to go. And I'll probably end the stream after that and then work on a video for maybe like tomorrow, or probably just do a post-draft video. Honestly, don't want to overdo it. Should probably do like a post-draft reaction video to some of the takeaways from the draft. Because I know that they're supposed to go through picks 1 through 135 today, and then the last 5 rounds 5 through 20 tomorrow. But the Brewers are on the clock. Doesn't look like their picks in yet. Pick is in for the Brewers. I'm predicting Cole Carlone here. That's going to be my guess. I'm taking back my Bo Lawrence guess. That's hilarious. They just took the younger brother of Brady Ebel. That's actually really cool though. They just took the younger brother of Brady Ebel. Who's if you guys don't know who Brady Ebel is, he's a shortstop prospect in their system. They're gonna underslot him like crazy. That's currently the highest ranked player. Or I mean the lowest ranked player that's been taken in the first round. Trey Ebel. What are your guys' thoughts on that pick is for the Brewers fans in here? He was committed to Texas A&M, and now he's a first-round draft pick. Younger brother of Brady Ebel, who's in their system. It's a big baseball family. Big time baseball family. Brady Ebel's currently the Brewers' 13th best prospect according to MLB.com, and he's having a solid year in low A. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a surprising pick. Definitely not the type of like pure talent. You never know, but definitely not like the pure talent you'd want to take in the first round. But they must have some draft strategy of what they want going forward. Last year they took his older brother 32nd overall. Okay, they're going 2 minutes in between picks now, so it should be a lot faster. So these picks should be going here. So I think they're missing the Braves pick on here. Let me refresh because the Braves should be here at 26, they're saying. Yeah, it says the Braves are picking here at 26. Oh, here it is. All right. Oh, they take Carter Beck from Indiana State. What? Wow, that's an underslot and a half. Carter Beck. So Trey Ebel's no longer the lowest rated guy. 193 there, Carter Beck. Let me take a look. I've heard of Carter Beck, but being a first rounder, that's nuts. You really don't see that often. They must really like him. He's Canadian. That's definitely surprising, though. That's very surprising, though, for the Braves. So the Braves take 2 outfielders. I mean, the thing, he's a prep guy. Like, there's a lot of upside. I mean, the whole point of draft strategy is, like, I mean, the pick may not look good now, but it gives them the opportunity to spend more money here in these next few rounds, which is really what matters. Like, obviously, like, the best talent is in the first round, but, like, I mean, the way the MLB draft works, there's so much talent just across the board that they're going to be able to spend more money now later in the draft because they're going to underslot Trey Ebel here. I definitely understand it might not have been the pick that you're hoping for, but there's still a lot of opportunity for them to use that money to get pitchers or whatever else they need. The pick should start going a lot faster here now, though. At least that's what they said. Yeah, so we got the Mets up here at 27, though. And that'll be the... I mean, this is still first round one. The Mets have... Well, technically it was a PPI for the Braves pick when they took Carter Beck. I mean, they clearly see something in the Ebel brothers, though. That's one thing for sure. Mets, and then Astros, Giants, and then the Royals. Is the pick in? Not still commercial break, so I can't tell. For some of the top available guys that are still on the board, there is Hunter Dietz still on the board. Bo Lawrence still on the board. Sawyer Strosnyder still on the board. Brody Bumila, Carson Bowman, Tegan Coons, Cole Carlone, Cole Prosek, Daniel Jackson, Aiden Robbins, Logan Redeman, Aiden Ruiz, Caden Sorrell, Landon Thome, and then Mason Edwards. Those are just some of the top guys that are still on the board. Carson Wiggins, wow, to the Mets. That's cool. That's exciting. Carson Wiggins, he's got electric stuff. I still think this would be an opportunity where they can't underslot him. But he's got an 80 grade fastball. His older brother Jackson Wiggins is a Cubs prospect, and he also has very good stuff. But Carson Wiggins throws harder. He's got like an 80 grade fastball, like a 70 grade slider, and then I think a changeup. That's like pretty good. But yeah, so he's got electric stuff. He's had injuries though, so they're definitely gonna be able to underslot him here. But I do like that pick for the Mets though. I really do like that pick. Yeah, he was able to reach 102 miles per hour as a freshman. Yeah, this is when the draft starts. There's more underslot, and that's kind of what people do with these picks. You usually see that later in the first round. Got one Canadian taken in the first round in Carter Beck. Definitely a lot more pitchers are starting to come off the board. We had the 3 pitchers in a row, and then now we have another pitcher taken. So things are kind of starting to be more normal. Yeah, that's crazy. Carson Wiggins only has 14 career college innings, and he's a first round draft pick. But that's how good his stuff is. Oh, here we go. From Notre Dame, pitcher Jack Riddell. He was talked about going exactly in this range later in the first round. Good pick for the Astros, though. He's from South Dakota. Definitely a very solid prospect. Or good get there. Let me see his exact stuff. I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, he's just got a pretty well-rounded arsenal. He doesn't have a plus pitch according to MLB Pipeline scouting grades, but he's got a fastball, curveball, slider, cutter, and a changeup, and he controls it pretty well. He's got a big frame at 6'5", so you could probably add on some velocity. I definitely like that a ton. And then the Giants back up. They took Jackson Flores, so they already took a pitcher. Most likely expect them to probably take a position player here, but you never know. They could go with another pitcher. My first ever mock draft, I had them taking Logan Schmidt here at 29. For you guys that are in the stream and haven't checked out the news video I posted, please go check it out either after the stream or you could go check it out right now. Drop a like, comment on it. It would really help out the channel. Also, remember to like this live stream too. Definitely like that pick for the Astros though. And then we have the Giants up, and then the Royals, who took Zion Rhodes, 6th overall. And the Astros took Logan Hughes earlier, and then they take Jack Riddell. The Giants pick is in, so we're about to see who they take. They've already taken Jackson Forrest. They've already taken a pitcher and the number 1 pitcher in the draft class. So I'd be kind of surprised if they take another pitcher, but you never know. It just depends on their strategy. Let's see who they take. Carson Bowman. So they do go with the pitcher. They do go with another pitcher. Oh, and they already announced Hunter Dietz as the next draft pick? Is that might be glitched, I think. Yeah, Carson Bowman though. Prep left-hander. So they go back-to-back pitchers with their draft picks. I think that might be messed up. It says Hunter Dietz, but I think that's just because he's like the highest available guy left. Yeah, this is just rankings. Okay. Yeah, so it's not Hunter Dietz drafted next. It's just Carson Bowman, the prep lefty. Okay, I guess it's not showing the Royals pick anymore for some reason. Got to somehow like find it wherever it might be. All right, it's just not there. There we go. Never mind, I got it now. Just kind of missed that button. This is current round. Pick is in for the Royals. And actually, I'm going to keep the stream going until the competitive balance round is done. Taylor Reid, pitcher from Mississippi. There you go. Good pick there for the Royals. They do go with a pitcher. They definitely need more pitching. But that should help out, though. Really good collegiate pitcher. And now we get the Diamondbacks up next. Wonder what the Diamondbacks are going to do here after taking Ryder Helfrich in the first round. Man, at least the picks are going faster and faster now. That's the nice part. Where is... Yeah, I really don't. I know I got too many more predictions for these picks here. Hunter Dietz, I definitely think should be taken within the next few picks. There's still Bo Lawrence, and he's like a top prep prospect, 6'5" third baseman with a ton of power potential.
Chevy drivers across America will rock the next 5 years.
Tommy Troy, um, definitely I mean, he is a solid prospect. I don't know if I'd consider him like one of my top guys or just like at this point he has not looked amazing or hasn't looked that good in MLB so far. He's been a pretty solid prospect during the minor leagues, but I never really consider him a guy I'd probably invest in or really rely on him to be like a future star at the MLB level. I mean, it's still super early in his MLB career, but yeah, I'm definitely not like that high on Tommy Troy being like above average ball player because he never really was like that amazing in the minors. Like he was just above average, but not like really an elite guy. Blake Bryant, I think that's a prep. Yep, Blake Bryant, prep pitcher. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that watching all the vids, and I love making the prospect videos. Really appreciate the support. But Blake Bryant here for the Diamondbacks, number 31 overall. Got a big frame at 6'6", so definitely probably can grow into even more velo. From Citizens Christian High School in Georgia. We get the Cardinals up next at 32. All right, got a few more picks here until the. I mean, technically this isn't the first round anymore, but it's like competitive balance, the first one of those, and then it goes into round two. Tegan Kuns, definitely he fell a little bit, but not a bad spot to take him. Obviously, the Cardinals get a pretty solid collegiate pitcher from Tennessee. Definitely like that pick. He's a well-rounded pitcher. He's got a plus fastball and a plus curveball, both 60 grade. And that's a pretty good pick. Like right there. And then we get the Tampa Bay Rays up next with the second pick. They took Grady Emerson with their first pick. Heath Holiday Gold Chrome Reptilian. Yeah, so it's just the gold reptilian. I haven't actually seen one of those before. Gold reptilian. Out of 50, yeah, gold. I'm gonna look it up. Gold reptilian. Reptilian. I just haven't seen. I've like obviously another. I'm familiar with the Reptilian. Okay, there I see that now. That actually looks pretty cool. But for 220, yeah, no, that's a. I mean, that's actually a sweet looking parallel. Honestly, though, I probably would take that 220 offer because I mean he's hurt. He's gonna be out the whole rest of the season. Possibly a 10. Well, either I'd get the card graded, or if you don't want to get it graded, I'd probably would. That's a pretty solid offer, 220. I mean, I see a Leo DeVries of the same version. It's his first Chrome Gold Reptilian out of 50. It's like the same card, and you can get it for 230. And I value Leo DeVries a lot better than Ethan Holiday. So I'd say that's a pretty solid offer. But I'd definitely get the card graded though if you think it is in really good condition. Because that would help its value a ton. And the Rays are about to make their pick, their second pick of the draft. Let's see who they take. Taj Marchand, prep shortstop. So they go back to back high school shortstops. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with holding. I would just say, like he's gonna be out this whole season, so he's not gonna play baseball till next March. So that's just a really long time. And obviously, he still had a ton of hype from just being new in the product, and he is obviously a big name. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with holding though. But yeah, he should bounce back. Yeah, it's just definitely one of the more the risky things to do from what I've learned. Yeah, Taj Marchand though, so it's another prep shortstop. So that's interesting. They go Grady Emerson and then they go Taj Marchand. Let me pull up his profile. Yeah, it's a. He's committed to Mississippi. Jet Williams. Yeah, he's definitely been a little bit underwhelming, unfortunately. But he's still got time, obviously. And he hasn't made his debut, right? I don't think he's yet to make his MLB debut. Yeah, so he's still got time to figure some stuff out. Definitely interesting there, though. I mean, they got Grady Emerson, but they're also just going to get another prep infielder. Just trying to get as much talent as they can, I guess, at that point. And then the White Sox go Landon Tome. That's and he's from Illinois. Prep guy, another shortstop from Illinois. He's actually Jim Tome's son. I think it's either his son or it's like just someone related to him, obviously. Nah, he's definitely got time to get together. But his value has gone down, unfortunately. I've never invested in him, but I thought about it in the past. Landon Tomei. So one more pick here, and then I'll probably end the stream. Just wanted to do the live stream for this kind of full first round. Obviously, the draft is still going to go on after this for another almost 80 picks, or actually over 80 picks. It's going to go from pick like 40 to like 135, I believe. So the first 4 rounds entirely, and then tomorrow it's round 5 through 20. But after this last pick, I'm gonna head off. Appreciate all you guys for watching. It's been a really good first YouTube stream experience. Went better than I thought it was gonna go. I know how to run it now. I was using OBS Studio and I realized there was one issue, but I got it fixed pretty quickly. I definitely plan on streaming more in the future. Definitely like this format for a draft watch party, and I'll probably come up with some other ideas in the future as well too. but another shortstop taken for the White Sox though. So they got a ton of infield talent in their system right now at the moment, which is exciting. Wonder how the Rockies are going to end it out here. Uh, Definitely been an exciting first round though. Can't wait to see what the rest of the draft has, but a lot of interesting things. I'm gonna pull it back to the just original draft recap. So obviously Rock Chalowski, #1 overall, Grady Emerson, #2, Volnacki, #3. So the top three was exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Like the mock draft video I had. Jackson Flora was the first pitcher taken, and then after Flora, it took all the way to pick 16 for another pitcher to be selected. A lot of prep guys throughout the first round, more than what I thought there was going to be, and then got to a ton of underslot opportunities here later in the first round, which is what normally happens. But definitely excited to see what. Okay, wait, now this is messed up. So, okay, so really the Yankees are picking next. So I might actually hold off for another few picks. You think it was messed up. So the Yankees actually pick next, and then the Phillies. I might just have this go till the 40th pick, like they said they were going to do, but I really don't even know. I'll probably just keep it going since the picks are trying to come in faster. Is for a second I thought it was going to like kind of end at 37, but I forgot. It's just like out of order because of the like compensation picks and all that. Ooh. So the Yankees are up next. He took Dax Kilby in this range last year, and he had a really good debut, but he's yet to really play this year. He had like he had like two plate appearances in the complex league because he's trying to recover from an injury. This is exactly where they took Dax Kilby around in the draft last year. And we get the World Cup games on tonight along with the UFC cards. So today's a great day for sports, even if people aren't watching the MLB Draft. Oh, it just reset. Let me go to current round. That's just not the current round at all. Oh, there you go. The Yankees, that's a great pick. They take Hunter Dietz. Really like that pick for the Yankees. That's a really, really good pick. That's a super good pick right there. So not that. It's so hard. So now I'm really just going to fall. I feel like they can make this interface better, this website just smoother. Yeah, I really like Hunter Dietz there for the Yankees. That's a good pick. And then actually, it should be the Phillies up next. Hold on. Yeah, it's the Phillies up next. And then why does it say the Rockies go back to back? Huh. I think it says the Rockies actually go back to back. So now I'm kind of confused. I don't know if that's just an error on the draft coverage. Wonder who the Phillies are going to go with here. What was there? Oh, no, this is their first pick. The Phillies haven't drafted yet. So this is the Phillies' first chance. See what they go with. Yeah, I'm definitely kind of surprised Hunter Dietz fell to 35. I mean, I had him at 30 going in my last mock draft, but I thought that was like the latest he could possibly go to be 30. I thought there's no way he would fall past 30. Like, All right, who the Phillies got here? The pick is in. Oh yeah, this is the hometown team too for the draft. The draft is being hosted in Philly, so the fans are pumped up for this pick. Oh, I didn't realize. Well, actually, that's not even in the correct order, but two Arkansas pitchers. Definitely different profiles, though, because he pitched a ton. Hunter Deets pitched a ton and was like their best pitcher. But Carson Wiggins just has more just electric stuff. And he barely pitched. He only pitched 14 innings in his total college career. Just crazy how the MLB draft works, though. That's what's so exciting about it and just like entertaining to watch. You really don't know who's going to get picked next. All right, who? Oh, they just took Daniel Jackson, I think. Is that who they just took? Oh no, that's just who they're saying. So, oh yeah, Daniel Jackson. Yeah, I just realized he hasn't been taken yet. That's actually pretty surprising. So I guess teams had a lot of doubts about if he's going to be able to stick behind the plate at catcher. Mason Edwards here. Yeah, Mason Edwards is still on the board. There's a lot of really good talent still on the board. Yeah, the fans are going crazy there. And they go Tyler Spangler, prep shortstop from De La Salle High School in California. That's interesting. So Daniel Jackson's still on the board. Mason Edwards still on the board. And with the first pick in the draft, or their first pick, the Phillies' first pick, they go with a high school shortstop. Definitely interesting. Let me see where he's at, Tyler. Yeah, definitely a pretty solid pick, though. A lot of upside with the prep guys. Got like a few more picks here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already. I really appreciate it. It would help the channel out. And then also go check out some of my other videos if you guys have not already. Tyler Spangler, though, to the Phillies. All right, let's see. So it should be the Rockies pick then. Let's go current round. Okay, that's not it. All right, here we go. 37th pick. It should be the Rockies. Should be the Rockies. All right, Rockies pick is in. It says they have back-to-back picks, which I don't know is right. I don't know if they traded for it. There we go. That's an awesome pick. Daniel Jackson to the Rockies. That bat is absolutely going to play in Coors Field in the future. Definitely love that pick there for the Colorado Rockies. Daniel Jackson, catcher, Golden Spikes finalist there. Really like what they've done with the draft so far. Got a Golden Spikes winner, and then also got Tyler Bell. That's good. Oh no, and then the Rockies actually start the second round. So that's going to be it for the stream. The end of the first round of competitive balance picks are complete. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Go watch my other videos. Also subscribe to the channel and like this stream and my other videos. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah.